anyways. Did I hit go live? Am I live? Yeah, I'm live. Where is chat? There we go. And the overlay's bugging out already. 1 second here. Refresh cache of the current page. There we go. So how's everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today? It's Saturday. It's June. It's almost summer. I've got, why do I have, oh yeah, that's why. I can go there. I think you can go there. Woo! So tonight on the stream, in terms of stream plans, we don't have stream plans. I've got some ideas of what we may do. We got to faff about with the Trident because the bed's doing a little wonky stuff that we kind of don't like. Thermal runaways are kind of not a good thing. So we're probably going to faff about with that. I did finish the Caliburn, or it's not a Caliburn, sorry, the Talon Claw. So we built this yesterday on stream. I finished it. I printed some mods for it. So I've got a butt stock for it now. I did the grip thingy. I printed a riser, and then I found my Magpul MOE vertical foregrip. Because you know you need that proper cheek weld for your Nerf darts. So the only problem was I actually ran out of natural ASA. I was using Prusament natural ASA for the white. So this is actually Canada Filament Bone PLA, and it's close enough. So yeah, yeah. I don't know why it was double shooting. Took it outside for a bit. And yeah, it shoots. It shoots. I'm gonna have darts all over this room now. So yeah. So that was the fun part of the day. How stability? Much better. Much better. So the buttstock is actually adjustable, not easily adjustable. You have to take this like block out with a screw, and then you can shift it, and then you put the block in, and it locks it in place. So I honestly would need, I needed like another inch for it to actually be comfortable for my length of pull. I'm sure I could shim this out. But yeah, I need like another inch for it to be like comfortable, what I would be considered comfortable on a rifle. But it's a Nerf gun. If you're worried about proper length of pull on a Nerf gun, you're thinking about it too much. B card. Foam dart out. Exactly. 14 hours of driving across America. If you made it across America in 14 hours, you were going fast. So anyways, let's talk about Taylor's started good, so fun, then a lot of work, sweating, and then not so fun day. So, I'm exhausted. For those that you might already tell, I'm a little exhausted. So hey, every stream we give away a spool of filament from Polymaker. This stream is a stream, so we're giving away a spool of filament from Polymaker. So make sure you enter for your chance in the link in the description, because enter now, because I don't know if we're gonna make it to 3 hours. We'll see. So anyways, I am absolutely exhausted today. There's a thing in the city every year, Art in the Park. So you go wander around a park, they have a bunch of art, in a park. A lot of cities have it. So that was the morning. It is like 90 F out. It's like 32 plus humidity. And there's like very little shade. So I was out there baking with the family for like 3 hours this morning. It was really hot. We found some stormtroopers though. I feel sorry for these guys. They were wearing water suits underneath. They're the little guy. So that was cool. So we bought some like really overpriced boutique food and whatnot, but yeah, it was fun. Okay. And then I came home and worked on the driveway or the garage. So I put up more insulation. I didn't take any more pictures, but this is all nice and vapor barriered now. Well, for the most part. Apparently there's blue duct tape now. I didn't know that. I really don't care because it's a garage. The door will open and void any vapor barrier. But anyways, so I put this up. I put more insulation up. I did a bunch of other stuff. Basically, I was out there for like a couple hours just baking, like just sweating. Like I was wearing my Under Armour shirt and I had to like peel it off. Like it was a fun day. And I wanted to do more because I was hoping to get it all vapor barrier. I got to go buy acoustic sealant. But anyways, the problem was at this point, I was still having a good day. I was drenched in sweat, but progress. And then I checked Twitter, and no good thing comes from Twitter. Although this was a good thing because it was notification of a bad thing. So I'm going to Nerf. Nerf is at the end of this month. It's where's my calendar? Calendar. Okay, so it's not this weekend, it's not next weekend, it's not the weekend after that, but it's like 3 weekends from now. So I booked my hotel back in March. Okay, Quality Inn. I stayed there last year. It's a cheap hotel. Nerf is it's a 3-hour drive, cheap hotel. It makes sense for me to go hang out with people. Apparently the hotel's been closed since February. Building code violation, apparently. I didn't know that. I paid in advance because you get a little bit of an extra discount if you pay in advance. And I'm like, I'm going to Nerf anyway, so save a couple bucks, prepay. So somebody posts on Twitter that, oh hey, if you're going to Nerf, don't book it at this hotel. It's closed. So I tried calling the hotel, no answer. So the thing is, I prepaid. It's my money and I want it now. So I'm like, shit. Now, luckily I pay with a credit card, but we'll get back to that. So anyways, so I call it, Quality Inn is part of Choice Hotels. So I call Choice Hotels call center. It's a call center. We'll leave it at that. I was on the phone for about an hour. And we are exactly where we started. I call, hey, I want to cancel my hotel reservation. And I want a refund. Oh, we can't do that. You prepaid, and because you didn't want to pay an extra $25 a night, we can't refund you. Okay, cool. Your hotel is closed. I physically cannot enter the building. Give me my money. Oh, we can't do that. We're trying to get a hold of the manager. The manager has to refund you. I'm like, the manager has probably fled town. It has been closed since February, and people are still booking rooms. You can go online right now and book a room at this hotel. Quality Inn in Goshen, Indiana. 45 minutes of getting bounced around, put on hold. Oh, my supervisor's at the location now. No, your supervisor is not at the location now. Like all kinds of bullshit. And then it's like completely back where I started. So I call the bank and I'm like, I want to do a chargeback or whatever the heck it is for a credit card. And they're like, okay, cool. We could do that, but you have to wait till after the date. So right now, like I have to wait until because technically they haven't failed to provide the service. So I have to wait until Nerf, go to the hotel and see that it's closed, and then I can get my money. I can't preemptively go, hey, the building's closed. I can't get in. I want my money back now. It's like, no, you got to wait until you go to the hotel and it's closed. Then we can give you your money back. And I'm like, okay. So short story long, I've now paid for hotels twice for Nerf, and I've lost about 2 hours of my life. That I'd honestly rather be sweating body parts off in a garage working on the shop because I want to get it done. So yeah, how y'all doing today? Hope you're all having a great day. It's been great. Today we got some Niagara Whiskey Barrel Select from 40 Crick. And I say Creek, but when it says beverage, it's 40 Crick. So yeah, so cheers. So yeah, started good, then got into manual labor, which, you know, good manual labor is rewarding sometimes. And then it went to shit. And the worst part was I was hoping to edit tomorrow's video the time I spent on the phone. So now I don't have a video for tomorrow because what I would normally be working on video was working on Garage, and I was like, I'll do a nice quick little video. I still have rapid footage that I could quickly edit into a video. So now it's looking like no video tomorrow. So yeah. So the best part is I call them and I'm like, hey, your hotel's closed. Really? Yes, it's been closed since February. There's like pages of Google reviews saying it's closed. We didn't know that. So anyways, this is going to go in here once I get this room sorted out into the shop. Also, the little guy knows how to use this. What hotel? The Quality Inn in Goshen, Indiana. Did I turn off the battery? Yes. So yeah, the Quality Inn in Goshen, Indiana. Do not book there. It is closed due to the fire department closing it for building code violation. So that was kind of my day. That was not how I want to spend my afternoon. I'd rather, like, you guys are fans of the channel. You know I hate video editing. I was hoping to spend my afternoon video editing instead of on the phone with a call center that couldn't do anything. Which hotel we stayed in? Yeah, option 350. Hopefully it's not the Quality Inn. So the shitty part is now it's last minute. Well, a bunch of guys on the Boron team, oh, they're at the Hampton. Oh, no, Hampton's booked up. Oh, what about the Fairfield? Oh, that one's expensive as shit because it's all last minute. So now I'm at, like, Best Western, I think I booked it at. I think I'm at the Best Western now. And I'm like, this is super, like, ugh. Same hotel. TJL, yeah. So yeah, if you're booked at the Quality Inn, hopefully you didn't prepay. Hopefully you can cancel. Do I have Laird issues printing PETG at 200 millimeters a second? Pantone Diago. I will say no, because the last time I printed a lot of PETG was on a Monoprice Select Mini, and that thing did not hit 200 meters a second. Plenty of hotels. Oh no, I got a hotel. I booked a hotel at I got a hotel. Like I'm at the Best Western now, I think, which kind of sucks because I'd rather prefer being in a hotel that's like in the same general area, you know, stumbling distance as you would from a bunch of other people I know are going, but is what it is. It just kind of sucks that I've now paid for 2 hotels, but I only get to use one. So if you want to help support the channel, the content I create, things I do, link in the description. So yeah. Sleep in the car. I did kind of fold the seats down in the new Subi just to kind of see. Yeah, I'm not sleeping in the Subi. I'm 5'9", 5'9.5" on a good day. There ain't enough leg room in the back of a Subaru Crosstrek for me. PTG no good. The PTG is fine. I just don't print a lot of it. When you have, I almost maxed the volume there instead of making it. There we go. When you have a plethora of perfectly capable ABS machines, a lot of PETG usage kind of goes out the window. Like the justification for PETG, when you could print ABS and ASA good, why would you print PETG? There's still some use case. I've used it, but it's not as much. Forester 2 years ago. Forester has more room. So my wife has an Escape. That is, I think, the same like class of vehicle as a Forester, and yeah, that's got plenty of room. Like, I borrowed the wifey's Escape to go pick up the installation. So yeah, I'm just exhausted. Like, it's just been, I was tempted to not go live, but I didn't go live last Saturday, so I'm like, I gotta go live today. So I'm live now. He's live right now. So we'll see. Good PLA support material. I don't have an IDEX. Oh, actually, to be fair, I have like 2 IDEXs, but they're like, they're not good IDEXs. They're the IDEXs, you know, that they send to 3D print reviewers when they're brand new, and they just take them, and then you print one thing, and then it sits on a shelf. Those are the IDEXs I got. Pla, black Pla. Will you fit on this shelf? No. Where are you? What are you? Are you ABS? You're ABS. You don't belong on that shelf. You belong down here. Nope, you don't fit there. You're empty. Why am I got an empty spool taking up spots on this shelf? Okay. Move Mr. Wubby. Oh, there's the clips for the panel, which I'm gonna have to take off, so that's good. Calvin can prime. He can with support. I helped him. He knows how to. He knows the manual of arms though. Green printer, green printer. Oh, the rat rig, yeah. I actually printed with ABS. I'm having under extrusion issues with it, but this part and yeah, this part and another part was printed on the V-Core. Okay, so now to unplug you. That's gonna be fun to get. Okay. So let's take this top panel off right now, and we'll just slide you in here. Gary gifted 1 community membership. Cheers, Gary. Make a work table out of half steel or granite. Half-inch steel. If you're making a welding table, that'd be cool. Granite would be flatter. Half-inch steel plate. Usually you're not going to find that super flat, because usually that's like it's like an extruded plate type thing, or it's like a hot rolled plate. So yeah, can print a pinch smaller than PLA to increase. Not 105, not 105, 100.5 is what I found. I found that printing parts for the V Minion, which are designed with like PETG in mind. Here's the thing: a lot of times stuff's just designed to be designed. So if it needs to be 3 inches long, it's 3 inches. If the hole needs to be 6 mil, it's 6 mil. A lot of people don't. They just design it at like they just go off the CAD and it prints it, and the PLA is kind of good. ABS does contract more than PLA, so sometimes you may find stuff printed in ABS is a little undersized, and you need to bump it up a bit. So 100.5, I kind of figured out it found is the happy medium. Have you ever fried a control board? I fried a Duet too. Doing CNC stuff with it, and by CNC stuff I mean hooking a DC spindle directly up to it without a flyback diode. Don't do that. Also, I don't think I updated the stream. Does it still say like stream pending or temporary thumbnail or something? Okay. So this is what we're working on. This is, I tried it. That's why you don't build a 350 Trident too. This is a FISEC kit Trident, and we are having issues with it. So the issues we are having is, unfortunately, we're having thermal runaway on the bed. So it's heating up. Let's turn it on and see what's happening, and see if we can kind of glean what is potentially the issue we are having. So while it's doing that, I'm going to take these side panels off. Where'd my Allen key go? There's that one, that one, that one. Okay, where's the fourth one? Nope. LTT screw. Oh, it's over here. Burned out SSR. Well, that's. Here's the thing. Let's pop it up here. Okay, so we got Big Papa Joey P. Camera's not working. Why aren't you working? There we go. Oh, okay. So that ribbon cable's a little. Okay, so I gotta fiddle with the ribbon cable. It's kind of working. Okay, so let's set the bed to 110 and send it and see what happens. See what the chart looks like. So it's not moving. So the bed is not moving. Oh, that's really... Oh. I'm not touching anything. I'm just putting my hand in front of it. Oh, jeez. Okay, that's... somebody gifted 10 community memberships. I don't know what's going on with that. PF Dennis gifted 10 community memberships. Cheers. Dragon Flame, $10. Cheers. Revo stopped melting plastic as 95% on a 6-day print, so I'm waiting on a new heater. Oh, that sucks. Joey Murphy. I will. You know, it's turning out to be a logistic nightmare right off the bat. Okay. There we go. Okay. So you can see it's like... solid state relay. Yeah, I've yet to see a relay fail, and here's the thing with relays, the thing with solid state relays. Normally they fail open. So yesterday we were getting to like 65. Yeah, you can see what it's doing here. It's dropping down. So I don't think it's a thermistor issue. Okay, let me... Okay, this is... I'm sorry, that's getting really annoying. Cams, delete. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's a thermistor issue, because usually a thermistor issue is more jumpy. Okay, so let's turn that off. Okay. Because nothing's moving. Andrew, $10. Cheers for the new hotel room. Cheers. It was a bad heater. Well, here's the thing. This is a FISEC heater. Like, this is a FISEC kit. So I'm kind of at the mercy of FISEC when it comes to this bed. So Problem is, I don't have a spare. It's a 350 bed. Like, it's not like I have a 350. I've got a 300 bed. I've got a spare 300 bed, but I don't think I have a spare 350 bed or heater. And removing the heater sucks. LDO bed, yeah, that's okay. So, well, if the fuse popped, it wouldn't do that. So, we're gonna go to part 2 now of diagnosing this problem. Ugh. Get the heat gun. So we're gonna heat up the thermistor and see if the thermistor heats up evenly. Yeah. Can I change the thermistor pin to an unused one? I don't think it's a thermistor issue. Because that thermistor, with just hitting it with a heat gun, quickly there, seemed to trip it pretty good. I had to stop, otherwise I'm pretty sure if I kept doing this, then Klipper would thermally run away. It would error out. So, I don't think we have to worry about a broken wire anywhere. Let's take a look at the front, or underneath the hood. Blown thermal. Yeah, thermistor's fine. So let's flip this bitch on its side. Nothing is discolored. The heater is still firmly attached to the plate. Everything looks good there. All the connectors are good. Okay. How is this wired up again? So it is an Omron. That's an Omron. Okay, and it's hooked up to the bed, out. So it's hooked up to the bed, in and out. That's an Omron SSR, which it's an, oh, camera. So it's connected to the bed, in and out. So I could swap this from this one to this one. Yeah, so I can move this to that and see if that changes. Because right now it's using an extruder heater to control the bed. So I could move it to a different heater there and see if that controls it, because that's an Omron SSR. I don't think that's iffy. Check SSR voltage out. Like, are you talking about this voltage, like the low voltage, or the high voltage? Bad Pi? Bad Pi wouldn't do that. How would a Bad Pi do a bed heater? Broken heater wire. The thing is, it's a bed and it's not moving. Like, we could check the bed here. Let's up you up. Okay. Like, the problem is, how do I'd have to take all these wires out, but I don't think there's anything broken on this bed wire. Like, it's a drag chain. It's the original wire. Everything seems to be, well, here, let's do this. So it's got, I do have a whatchamacallit here. Let's cut these zip ties. I have a thermal imager. I do not. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's been running fine for over a year. So it's PID'd. It's been running hunky dory for over a year. Now something is fucked. So something has gone. Something that wasn't working is no longer. So the first thing you check is like if a component broke. So let's check these wires. So I do got a not. Is this a legit Wago or is this a knockoff Wago? Is this a legit Wago or a knockoff Wago? Do I have a current name? I don't. Thermal expansion in the grid knockoff. Okay, so let's retire that. The thing is, I don't think I have any legit Wagos. But I may have some butts connectors. Or I could just solder it and, you know, break all the rules. They're not legit, yeah. Kind of figured. So now, let's see here. I think I have some butts connectors somewhere. If I can find them. Nope. Nope. I may have to buy some. No, those aren't butts connectors. Shoot, I thought I had butts connectors. I've got ferrules. I guess you can kind of use ferrules as a butt connector, but that's not exactly what you're supposed to do. Do I have continuity across the bed wires? I should. Shouldn't you? Oh wait, no, that's the thermal fuse. Where's the other bed wire? The other bed wire is in there. Like, I could just skip the thermal fuse. Because that's what that connector is for, is a thermal fuse. And the thermal fuse, I'm still getting good connection across the thermal fuse. So that's good there. Through the bed, I'm not. But that's only on the one side, so that would be shut off anyways because it's going through the MOSFET. You probably do one of those plastic bots and sort of connectors for crimping. Yeah, I gotta find it. That's the problem. That's the problem. I've got like all those boxes with all the stuff and they've kind of like fallen apart over the years, and then I've reconstituted it into other boxes, and it's like, where did I put them? Where'd you go? I missed you so. Let me check the other room. I might have Wagos in the other room. Hi, Poppy. Okay. Are you Wagos? No. Are you Wagos? No. Let's funny, I think I'm like the only person who builds Vorons currently that doesn't use Legos. Like, I don't use Legos at all. I don't think I've ever used a Lego, like a proper one. Or maybe I have. I just can't remember. Okay, that ain't gonna work. I know I have terminal connectors somewhere. Nope. 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 Like, I could just put the knockoff Wago back on if I can figure out where I put it. Or we could just go and I could buy the proper connector tomorrow. Molex Minifit. Will a Microfit 3? Will a Microfit 3? Microfit 3s aren't rated for that, are they? I do have Microfit 3s. I just didn't think they were rated for that. Oh, Minifits. Oh, actually, who said Minifits? Oh God, I don't know what connectors these are. These are ancient. I don't... I think I stole these from work years ago. I've got these. I think I stole these from work ages ago. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna just put the not Wago back on because I don't see any burntness to it, and it seems okay. So, I mean, all it does is just hold wires together. So. Check continuity. Well, that I can do on the underneath, right? Red goes around. The wires are white though. Also, this is why you don't build a big trident, because they're a pain in the butt to flip. Okay, continuity. Okay. I am actually that and that. Okay. I'm not getting continuity through the bed. Oh, I am. Yeah, I am. Okay, so I'm getting continuity through the bed. So we're getting continuity through the bed. So continuity through the bed, so we're good there. Let's try swapping this. So right now that's extruder 2. Let's move it to bed. I don't think it really matters, but we'll try, because this is a spider, and spiders have been known to be kind of funky at times. So we'll swap that over. That would help if I spun the right one. There we go. It's a pain in the butt. That's from the guy who craned 30-ton injection molds for a living. Yeah, I had a crane. All I did was push a button. Okay. Please no sparky sparks. Can't get cameras work. This is why you don't update Klipper unless you have to update Klipper. Because the thing is, Klipper now has all these other packages that everyone loves. And now all of a sudden, you start running into cross communication issues. So what is this? This is a, who makes it? Physac, Spider, Pinout. Yeah, with Klipper, especially if you're like running not standard stuff. Actually, what are we doing here? I've got the alcohol out already. Why do we have? There we go. Okay. Okay. So Physac Wiki. What is our pinout? Which version is this? For design of Physac. Which version is this? Oh, 2.2. Okay, so what is your pinout? Okay, it doesn't say the pinout on here. Okay. Wiring. Okay. Bed. Heating. Heater bed, PB4. PB4. Save restart. And it is hot in here, so 1 second while I get a fan going. I'm powering my battery-powered fan with a battery. That charges the battery in the fan. I'm smart. Okay, so let's heat this up and see what happens. Okay, so the right light turns on. I hit the wrong button there. We're not getting any heat up. We're getting nothing on the SSR is not lighting up. Why is the SSR not lighting up? SSR, okay. So heated bed is PB4. Heater pin is PB4. It is connected to that. I got it connected to bed out. Oh. I forgot. You need to have bed in for bed out to work. So let's actually switch it to a different one altogether. Let's try this guy. Let's try E1. Let's try E1. I forgot. Switch the power on. Why? I got it wired up right. Why would I wire it up backwards? So E1 is PC8. So PC8. switching the power wires around shouldn't do anything. You have to have the right positive and negative on for the SSR to work right. Okay. Printer.cfg. Bed. So we're going to go to PC 8. Save and restart. Okay, so the SSR is kicked on. It's glowing. Yeah, it's doing it again. It's not being consistent with the heat up. Yeah, it's heating up, but it's not consistently heating up. Like, it'll get to like 60 and it'll kind of... See how it's like keeling over? The SSR is on. The SSR is on. I mean, yeah, see, it's not heating up consistently. Why is it capped to 80%? Just PWM. You PWM your bed so you don't. It's not getting to 70. It was doing this before. Yeah, see, it's. Why is it capped to 80? Yeah, it's just the PWM, which is normal. All my printers run PWM. Yeah, see this? This should be a nice. What is beeping? Oh, multimeter. It's the heater then. That sucks. That sucks. Try plugging in the extra 330 bed and see if it behaves different. Run PID again. You shouldn't have to run PID. Like, see how it's crashing here? That is not normal. It shouldn't be fine and then this all of a sudden start happening. Like, the PID shouldn't change like that. Heater fail. Yeah, I'm starting to think the heater's failed. Because the thermistor's good, the solid state relay's good. Like, the wiring's good, but see how it's doing this? Something's funky. It shouldn't be. Chol. Yes, it should. It's called PWM. You only need 0.4 watts per square centimeter of bed. So most heaters are oversized. So what you do is you PWM your bed to kind of match the wattage for the bed size you should have if your bed's oversized, because most are oversized. What happens is if you heat your bed up too quickly, which, yes, it's always fun. I'm gonna print ABS and it heats your bed up to 110C in 3 minutes. You thermally shock the bed. Rapid heat cycling will thermally shock your bed over time and it'll taco. You want to gradually heat your bed up over a couple minutes. Yeah, see, this is failing. And it will eventually error out. Thermal expansion. I don't think it's thermal expansion because shut down. Because I don't. Well, the bed's hot. But like there's nothing showing off. Actually, there is a slight tinge here. It's hard to see. Like a it's like a slight tinge there, but that's hard to say what it is, but it's yeah. We might have a dead heater. Shit. You can heat your bed full sand without any issues, no taco? Are you sure? 2 minutes at 60 degrees. I know, here's the thing. I like gradually raising the bed temp. Less chance of the bed doing the taco, but also you're waiting for the chamber to heat up anyways. 60,000 watts. That's what you think, Sanity. I have 1,000 watt heaters. Desk maybe he's saying no, because Pantone, this is completely like it's air gap. It's not touching anything. It's just sideways. So yeah, I think we got a bed heater. Old advice. Is there old advice? Okay, well, either way. It's dead. Shit. So we need a new heater. Anyone have a 350 bed heater lying around? Tried redoing the PID won't do anything. It's been debunked. Shit. Well, that's what happens when you repeat the same information a million times. Here, I'll run a PID. Here, I'll show you the problem with running a PID. Because I've got several people in chat saying just rerun a PID. So we'll rerun a PID and I'll show you what happens when you rerun a PID in this situation. I have a trustworthy thermometer. Here's the thing, we heated the thermistor up with a heat gun and it reacts normally. So it's not the thermistor, it is the bed itself. Because usually if your thermistor is funky, it happens during movements. This ain't moving. And it's very, like it's usually like sharp jumps and climbs and drops. Usually you don't see it do this when you got a bad thermistor. Bad thermistor is do. So okay, so this machine prints the abs. So since we print the abs, try again, we're going to calibrate for 110. Go. And if you haven't yet, grab a zesty beverage. You know my PID values? I'm going to be replacing the bed anyway, so it's going to need all new PID anyways. Try max power. Okay, well here. Okay. Printer.cfg. Bed. So bed heater max power. Boom. So we got rid of that. Save and restart. Also, fun fact about Klipper, you don't have to wait for it to be room temperature before doing your PID tune, because it throws away the first result. So yeah, let's PID tune this bed. Let's see what happens with bed set to 100. You have the same issue with the thermistor. The thing is, I'm very hesitant to say it's the thermistor because there's so little movement on a bed. Beds don't move. They rarely move. So it's kind of like, how did the thermistor go bad? I took a thermistor on a wire and shoved it under the heater mat. Don't do that because that leaves an air gap. That leaves an air gap. They move each layer kappa. This isn't Twitch. But yes, they do move, but you would see failure rates. They would be very low, put it that way. Power supply, it's a solid state relay, so there's no power supply. It's my house is the power supply. Let me turn this because I do have a fan kind of going. See, it is going now. But I don't know. It just seems a little sluggy. It's an AC bed, yeah. Swap SSR. I don't think it's an Omron SSR, which are like known good. Yeah, it seems working. It just seems very inconsistent. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just staring at the numbers on the chart. Also, the only spare SSRs I have are like Chinese ones right now. Did I just call a whole brand known good? It's a Omron. Omron makes good shit. I already got a video on how to install a heater. It just seems like it should be going a lot faster. But it is working. It is working, so we'll give it that. I tried to turn it off several times. Well, it's working. So it's working. It's just really weird that 80%, which it's been set to 80% PWM for like years, for over a year, and now all of a sudden it's working. Or all of a sudden it was an issue, and then setting it to 100% got rid of the issue. Like, it's super weird. Like if you take a step back, it's been running fine for a year, and all of a sudden it's not, and then I gave it more power, and now it's working fine. It's kind of like, why did it start failing? That's what's concerning me, is all of a sudden it's not behaving like it should. The wire in the heater might be going bad. More power. Nope, I don't update Klipper unless I need to, and this hasn't been updated in a year. So. Used to replace mil-spec. Well, that's the thing. Mil-spec isn't really that good. Also, it's a 3D printer bed. It's not like these SSRs are getting taxed all hell and back. Check resistance. The wires are getting... this machine doesn't see a ton of use. Like... Are you able... Machine history. Total print time. It's only got 625 hours on it. Like, that isn't a lot of print time on this. It's only got like 625 hours. So the fact that like the bed would start failing at 625 hours of print time, that's just weird. The thing is, I don't know if any of my other machines have more print time, because I don't update them that often. Machine history. Yeah, the V2's only got 40 hours because I completely updated the Klipper install a while ago from scratch, so that one's completely fresh. The LDO V2's only got 564 hours. The Trident has... Oh, no. Yeah, the Trident... This has more print time on it than my LDO V2. Huh. This one has, like, 15,000. But most of that was when it was powered by RepRap firmware. So... Wires can fail. It's a FISAC kit. Yeah, I know. It's just... The bed seems to be working now. Under 3 max is 1,466, yeah. Check resistance of the heater. I would have to check resistance from underneath, because that's where the wires are. I can get at them, but I could check resistance. And what's the resistance of the bed supposed to be? I've never actually checked the resistance on a bed. Across all the printers required, 20,000 plus. I used to do PIF ages ago, back in the V2.2 2.1 days or 2.2 days. I can't remember. So I did PIF for a while. I printed a ton of stuff like Voron testing. Like I used to just print stuff and throw it right in the garbage pretty much back. That was early Voron testing. So I probably got like 20,000 plus hours combined. What's the wattage? I'll check in a second here. Okay, so we got that. So save, config, boom. Okay, so let's see, what do we got here? Got a fan in my face, that's what we got. 650 watt. It's 110 volts, 650 watt. So let's turn this off, shut down. Oliver gifted 1 community membership. Cheers. You know what it is? I turned the camera off and now it's working. That's what it is. Ooh, that's a lot of heat. Okay. Okay, resistance. How do I measure resistance on this again? Resistance. DC voltage, AC voltage, ohm, right? I put it on the ohm thingy. Okay, so it's 650 watt and you're getting 200 milli. I'm getting 17.5. I don't know, it's here. So I've got it on the omega. And that's on the neutral. That goes right to the bed. And this is on the positive. That goes right to the bed. 17.7, 17.8. 18.2, 18.2. Yeah, it seems good. Okay, we're good then. Unscrew one of the leads. Oh, there'd be like some residual, right? Look at us, we're doing science, everyone. Oh, okay, 1 second. Now it's not working. Yep. $17.9, 18, yeah. 18, yeah, we're good. So what I should do is let it drop back down to room temperature and then tell it to heat up again. So if we drop it back down to room temperature and then I tell it to heat up to 110 and it heats up to 110, then we should be okay, right? Gotta wait for it to go to room temp. Okay. Well, in that regard. So who's got a drink? Cheers. ASA being too brittle. ASA is a little bit stiffer than ABS for the most part, but I still think they're within like margin. Is still RepRap firmware still relevant? Yes, yes, of course. Even Marlin. Like, okay, hi, I do Klipper. I love Klipper. Are you a company? Do you sell shitty V-wheel bed flinger number 4782-7? Hi, put Marlin on that shit. Because your Klipper implementation and rollouts are horrible. Like, oh my god, the amount of like, I feel sorry for Chep. Chep's gonna have to learn Klipper and guide the Ender Kitty masses to the promised land of a proper stable release. Oh my god. Like the stream. Hey, we have 308 people here. We're doing a giveaway at the end of the stream. If you like the smash button, you have a chance at winning some filament. I'm not saying you're gonna win. I'm not saying it's gonna increase your chances of winning. It's just, if you're here and you like the smash button, odds are you also entered to win. And so you might as well like do the YouTube thing. Why Prusa don't go with native Klipper? Because they're a company and they have brains, and Klipper is really powerful. Klipper has a ton of options. You could do Python code in Klipper. You could just put Python code in your config and it just works. Klipper's awesome. The problem is when it comes to supporting that shit, because guess what? Little Timmy went in his config. Okay, let's pull up a printer config here. Okay, let me pull up a printer config. Little Timmy went on his config because hey, guess what? I want my printer to go faster. So I went down here. I want my rotation distance to be 40. Okay, so delete that and save and restart. And oh my god, my printer doesn't work anymore. What's going on? It's because you deleted one wrong line and there's no safety and no backup. Klipper is very, very much, it's still not ready for the masses. I'm of the opinion Klipper is not ready for the masses, at least at the consumer level. Prosumer, hobbyist level, it's great. I love it. But you kind of need to know what you're doing going into it. And for most people, especially the generic bed flinger number 47-42-8, it doesn't need it. Don't knock it. Gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers. And Christopher, thank you for becoming a member. So yeah, it's Klipper is great, but it's just because your machine can run to its limits and actually run past its limits doesn't mean it needs to. Especially a lot of these generic V-wheel bed flingers, you're way over capacity. You're dropping a big block V8 in a Pinto. It's a racehorse, where the moment it trips, it falls apart. So. Exposure to a Linux-based system. That too. Here's the problem with Klipper. Ready? Where is it? Where did I put you? Here you are. Okay. Here's the problem with Klipper. This is a Cheaty X Smart 3. Okay. It runs Klipper. Okay. The controller board on the toolhead uses an RP2040. Sometimes if you just turn off the printer instead of doing an actual like power off in the OS, most people just flip the switch, you need to reset that RP2040, which requires taking the backplate off of the tool head and pushing a button. And then also if you want to update the firmware on the RP2040, you have to plug it into a computer. So, you know, hi, you've updated the firmware on your machine, plug it into your computer, but just the tool head. Because the other one, you have to make a file, SSH into it, pull that file off, put it on an SD card, and install it on your control board. And then the screen also has its own firmware as well. I've got spray foam all over me. Like, those that run Klipper know when there's a mainline release. Right now we're on Klipper 11. When Klipper 12 comes out, and you're going to have to reflash the controller board on every single printer you have running Klipper, that's not fun. It's not fun. There's a reason this guy's on like Klipper 9 still. Okay, let's see if the resistance is still the same. So we're looking around 18, right? $18.4, 18.3, so it's going up a little bit. Oh, now it's going down. Now it's going back up. 18.5, 18.6, 8.27, 18.8, 19, 20, 19.2. I don't know, it's going all over the place. V400. V400 is a nice machine. Well, never update Klipper until you relieve the release notes. Yes, the vast majority of Klipper updates are just, hey, we've added support for this MCU. That's it. Usually you really only have to update Klipper on the bigger releases. Very rarely there's like, if for a machine that's functioning and running Klipper without issue, usually you don't have to update Klipper mid-cycle. It's usually like, oh hey, Klipper 12 came out, we've added, you know, all kinds of new stuff. Hey, okay, update now. Klipper 11 added area canceling, like mid-print print cancel, right, or whatever that function's called. So yeah, there are. But usually during mid-release cycle, there's really no reason to update unless you're having issues, which usually you don't, because most of us are running like the most generic hardware out there. Although I think there's CAN bus stuff that you may want to keep up to date for. So yeah. If it's not broken, don't update it. Exactly. Exclude object. That's what it is. Okay. I'm just going to say we're okay. I'm going to flip this up. I'm going to keep the fan on it. Cool the bed down, see what we get. Exclude object. You know what's funny? I've yet to actually put exclude object on any of my machines. I've never set it. I haven't set it up on any of my machines. I gotta put camp on this. That's what I was hoping to do, is we'll get the bed working and then I'll put camp on this, because it's a big machine and I want camp on it. Drop the battery, that's always good. Camp is super awesome. Would you say it's as installing camp, would you say it's as easy as hacking in Nintendo DS, which is surprisingly easy to do? Did you finish stock of the Talon? I did. I did it off stream, which I'm kind of realizing I should have did that. I made a video or something. I should make a TikTok. Do you want me to make a TikTok? I should make a TikTok. I don't think this is the right side panel. No, that's the wrong panel. Ugh. Or is this the top? The frickin'. There we go. The stupid, like, gasket that Physek shipped with this kit is, like, gummy as heck. Could you show print G-code? Like, what print G-code? There's a lot of print G-code. Which one do you want to see? Was the make and model? This fan? No idea. It was that crappy tire and it was on sale. I like it because it has a battery in it. So it's powered by USB micro, or yeah, USB micro, but it's also got a battery in the base. So I can just, you know, move it wherever, and it runs for a couple hours on battery. So the off-white filament. This is Prusament Natural ASA. And it's actually a really nice color. That's why this machine is Big Papa Joey P, because this machine is printed all in Prusament ASA. So it is Big Papa Joey P. Speaking of crappy tires, they sell Nerf stuff. I know they do, but crappy tires like really kind of going for everything now. They have like they've fallen off the horse. Now all it's full of, like, you go into, I hate going in crappy tire now. Because they have like the guy trying to get you to sign up for their credit card that follows you around the store. It's like, go away. Plus the quality of the stuff they sell has gone really downhill. How are IDEX printed fundamentally flawed? IDEX printers aren't fundamentally flawed. They have added complexity and tuning them can be a little bit of a pain in the butt, but there's nothing flawed about them. Where'd you even get that from? Why are you saying those words? Where'd you get those words? Actually, I could probably turn this on right now and see what we're sitting at. No, you're the power supply. Why are you plugged in still? Is it the credit guy or the Nespresso rep? We don't have Nespresso reps. Have lead screws? No, it's a V2. It's got belts. This is a Trident. This has lead screws because it's a Trident. It's like Tim Hortons. Oh my God, Tim Hortons is horrible. Tim Hortons is like absolutely horrendous. Anyone who like, that's how you know a true Canadian. A true Canadian knows Tim Hortons is shit. Like seriously, Tim Hortons needs to be old yellered. Like I'm sorry, it's at that point. It's had a good life, but it needs to be put down. Used to be good. It did. Back when, you know, when I was a kiddie, when I was a wee lad, and my father took me into the Tim Hortons, you would go in there and there'd be a baker, and he'd be baking the donuts, and the coffee would be fresh, and service would be quick because all they had was coffee and donuts. So you were in and you were out. And now they've got pizzas. Why the fuck do they got pizzas? I don't know, but they got pizzas and wraps, and they had burgers for a while too. And everything is like microwaved. They sell a grilled sandwich. They don't have a grill. And the donuts are frozen. They come in a truck every morning, and they're frozen. And all they do is throw them in like a little baking oven thing, and then douse them in fondant. The only thing Timmy's has going for it is the fact that it is everywhere. You go to any small town in Canada, there's a Timmy's, because that's all they have. They have a Timmy's, and they got a Home Hardware that's like this big. Like that's all they got going for them, is the fact that they just happen to be everywhere. Machine. Okay, let's see if we can get the webcam working again. Webcams, add webcam. Cam is called Cam. Oh, camera's dead, I think. Actually, I may have to power cycle it, I think. Can you hot plug a DSi camera on a Raspberry Pi? Or you gotta power cycle it? Well, power cycle it. Canadian Starbucks. No, because here's the thing. It was never supposed to be all frou-frou. It was literally just coffee and donuts that you got on your way to work. But they got bought out by, they were actually merged with frickin' Wendy's for a while. But then they got bought out by RBI, Restaurant Brands International, which owns Burger King. And it's just been downhill ever since. Oh my God, the frickin'. You come out. You're fucked up. Okay. Burger King sucks. Yeah. So yeah, it's just, you know, It's like a lot of companies. They got bought out, gobbled up, and everything's gone to shit. Chrysler plant Timmy's in Windsor is nuts busy. It is because it's a food of opportunity. That's the only reason they do so good, is simply for the fact that for a lot of people, that's the only option. Like, I mean, as much as I hate Timmy's, I still grab a nice coffee every now and then driving by because, hey, there's a Timmy's there. You want a nice coffee? Yeah, sure, we'll grab a nice coffee. You know, McDonald's iced coffee and even just regular coffee is superior. But yeah, the Chrysler Timmy's is nuts. Culver's. I had Culver's for, you know what I got to do when I go to Murph? I got to go to Raising Cane's. Apparently, I got to try Raising Cane's. I've been told I have to try that. Burger King is pretty good in Norway. Here, the only thing that's good about Burger King is Whopper Wednesday, in my opinion. Whopper Wednesday is pretty good because, you know, considering how expensive fast food is now, it ain't too bad for a Whopper. Keep grabbing the wrong one. You know what? You go over there. Cheap, simple thing compared to other coffee places. And the thing is, though, a lot of the time McDonald's has like deals on their iced coffee, which makes like the price of a Timmy's iced coffee like seem ridiculous. Yeah, the camera's dead. Or it might be a DSI cable that's bad. I don't know. Honestly, my tinfoil hat, you know, if I suddenly became in charge of McDonald's, what I would do as a complete power play dick move, just to mess with Timmy's, is what I would do is I would dump a ton of money into making McCafe its own thing, and open them up across the street from every Timmy's that I could. Just make McCafe its own thing, and basically make it like Timmy's used to be. Have baked goods and coffee and drinks, and that's it. Fresh baked goods, coffee and drinks. Go. That's it. That's all you got. I would love that. Try and spool holder. No, that's a switch wire spool holder, actually. I just because my printers are so close to each other on the desk, I just find it's easier for me to mount the spools on top. Okay, so we're at 36, so close enough to room temp. So let's see if we can get it to heat up. There is a Raising Cane's 45 minutes from Goshen. I did check. Why? I don't know, but I did. I probably shouldn't be moving this printer around while it's running, but whatever. I think there's anything to hit. Are you going to build a VZ bot? Yes, hopefully in the next couple weeks. I'm waiting on a kit to show up. Kit's about a week out from landing at the suppliers, as far as I'm aware. And then it's got to make its way to Canada, eh? Speed Benchy race? No, I think speed wrenchies are dumb. I mean, if you want, like, if we want to do it, like, I can, right, 1 second. 1 second here, 1 second here. I hate when T-nuts don't spin. There we go. There we go, right? Where is it? Where is it? There you go. Here we go. It's my 30-second speed benchy, guys. Look, I made a 30-second speed benchy. I love the speed benchy. It's so cool. Speed benchies are good just for proof of concepting how fast a printer can move. But the thing is, we're past that point. We know how fast a printer can move. It can outrun every hot end there is out there. So it's kind of like, cool, your machine can go faster than it can extrude filament. That's nice. They all can do it now. What I want to see is do a 15-minute benchy that's perfect. That's what impresses me. A 15-minute benchy, a 30-minute benchy even, that is perfect without any defects. And don't just do one. Don't just do one. Print an entire plate of them consistently and reliably. And not just benchies. Actual practical prints that are usable. Oh, do you know what would help if you try to screw in an M3 screw into an M3 nut? Like Vez does? Yeah, Vez is moving, like, there are some people that's all they did. Like, I'm not going to name names, but there were some content creators, like, all they are is print fast people. Which, you know, you do you. It's you know, if you want to do that content. But there's also, you know, people that their entire content is, I just print stuff. And it's like, cool. It's not my thing, but people like it. There's nothing wrong with it. I build printers. Some people are like, all he does is build printers. I'm like, I know, that's the kind of content I like to do. It's heating up, so we're good. We'll let it get to 110 and then I'll put camp on it. So I think we're good. Wow, I need to clean the panels on here. Proper printing. I watched this video today. That was a good video. The thing is, those videos don't always do good, which is kind of shitty. It's like, what I was really actually surprised was Joel's video. Where is it? His Transformers video? I thought it would be doing like gangbusters numbers, but it's like a day later it's sitting at 18,000. But I think it's because it's a sponsored tie-in video. But I mean, like, he 3D printed a Transformers skull, and then he went to whatchamacallit, Hacksmith, and they hit it with a blowtorch and whatnot. And like, you would think like, oh hey, that, you know, 3D printed metal, Transformers, and Hacksmith, ooh, but it's like not doing that great. Although he was on Adam Savage's channel too. Pump out more content. The thing with content though is you have to be careful. Hi, I'm a content creator. It's my job. I can't speak for everyone, but I know like there's always like, I always got a voice in the back of my head. I'm not gonna have a video tomorrow, which is like kind of shitty. Like, at least I stream enough that it makes up for it. But like, if I was fully dependent on videos as my, like, that was it for me, and I was not gonna have a video when I normally have a video, I'd be like, oh shit. Like, it would be like, I'd be like panicking. Like, for me, I'm kind of lucky because I don't make money off videos. The videos for me just, you know, make YouTube numbers bigger, but I don't actually make any more money off of it, so it doesn't really affect me. But for some people, it's like, yeah, so his videos though are very artistic. Like, you watch my videos, they are very, I don't have purple orange lighting in the background. I don't have bokeh. I finally used f2.4 on my most recent, the keyboard video that nobody watched, okay? My keyboard video that nobody watched was the most work I've ever put into a video. And it's been a week and it's not even at 5,000 views. Yet I go to like Rapid, I shoot a video in what is it, 7 minutes 34 seconds. I shoot a video in 7 minutes and 34 seconds unedited and just upload that in my hotel room and it does 50,000 views. This I spend 2-3 days filming, a solid day editing. I've got 130 gigs of raw footage, 5K views. Like, look at this. I got a sponsored spot. I've got all kinds of labeling. It looks like shit because I'm at like 480p, 4K. I actually got like, I'm using blurry backgrounds instead of just constantly leaving everything. Look, 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 look. Wait 1 second. I think I only have it in the sponsor. Look how blurry the background is. I'm a YouTuber. There's alternate lighting instead of everything being fully in focus and bright so you can actually see what you're doing, like I do on stream. So yeah, YouTube's a complete gong show when it comes to like, that's why I don't care about shorts. That's why I don't care about shorts at all, because shorts mean absolutely nothing. But unfortunately, I don't have a mobile camera, so we're gonna have to use this camera. There we go. There. Come here. Hey, buddy. Oh no, I'm in the way. I'm in the way. There you go. You can see Dunkel. There's Dunkel. Here's Dunkel. Come over here. Where's your good boy? It's behind chat. Where's your good boy? Are you a good boy? You good boy? Of course you are. Okay. I'll watch your keyboard. Thank you. Yeah, I guess we're good with the PID. Okay. Let's put camp on this. So, Klipper, camp. So this is pretty easy apparently. So what is it? Cool, how do you do? Setup, okay. I've configured my probe already, or, oh, this is new. Okay. So exclude object. Am I running an up-to-date version of Klipper? No, I'm running out-of-date Klipper. Shit. Okay, we're not gonna put camp on it because I don't want to flash the MCU. Digital Dragon, $25. Cheers. Doggo fun, whatever he needs. All. Yeah, we're not putting camp on here. I don't want to flash the MCU tonight, so we're not putting camp on here. I do need to print something though, just to verify that we're good. So. YouTube doesn't show me. Well, you gotta hit the notification button. Smash the like button, hit the bell. Coward. What time are we anyways? We're at 9:30. Yeah, we're just gonna print something. I need a color. I had some nice red and I don't know where I put it. Need to print something. Apulo, what did you send me? What did you send me? Bicar. What is that? I need pictures of it. Oh, I see that. Now I like what I got. What the heck is that? What the frickety frick is this? Okay. Bearing, centering, and rifling. I mean, I could put it on. Makes your Nerf blaster more accurate. Okay, well, we'll print that. What color should I make the muzzle device on this? Folks, we got red, white, or blue. We got some Yankee Doodle colors. How do you like the sock? I like it. I wish, honestly, I can go like, it needs like another inch. Because it's like, my length of pole, I should be like here. But it's like here. So I'm like, but it's a Nerf blaster, so I don't think you're that worried. Red, orange, red, blue, red, red, red. People are saying red, we'll do red. Okay, so. Let me grab some red. Now, I could grab that spool of red that I've already been using, but I'm going to grab a new one because I'm too lazy. Ooh, it's hot in here already. Actually, oh shoot, I think we have an issue. I think this is the one where I think my set screw's a little loose. Charles, gift of $10. Cheers. Yeah, you're loose. Shit. How do I rotate you? How do I rotate you? Shit. Big Papa Joey P. Okay. I'm gonna do this the lazy way. 240. Or 200. There we go. My the set screw is slightly loose on my feed gear on this. Thank you, Fizek, for your quality set screws. Well, that washer's gone. Is that a 300? It's 350. How hot should the enclosure be? The hotter the better. Simple as that. Okay. So. Retract 1 millimeter. There we go. Okay, you are not the right screw for this. I'm literally using the retract function to line up my gear. There we go. There we go. Of course, the bed's 100 degrees, so if I drop this, I'm going to burn myself. So that's always fun. There we go. Okay. So heat up to 240. Melt some abs. Turn the bed back up to 110. Ultimaker S7, what do you think about the design? It's an Ultimaker. It's not a bad design. It's just, you know, do you enjoy living in a house where everything is a bag of money? Because if so, then an Ultimaker is for you. What are we doing? We had a funky bed that we got working, and then I just fixed my loose extruder gear, and then we're gonna print something. Simple as that. So, extrude. I should probably move that filament out of there. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? I missed you so. There we go. There we go. Now it's nice and tight. Okay, cool. So, turn the extruder off. We're going to extrude another that. And then retract 5. There we go. The nozzle tip. This has a XG hot end, if I remember correctly, in it. Those medium O-rings in the kit, I'll need that for the B car. Okay, cool. I have a B. I have one. That makes sense. Okay, so prepare. So get rid of you. So I'm gonna have to add a printer here. So we're gonna add printers. Oh, okay, there we go. Scroll down to boron. Trident 350. There we go. So we got a Trident 350. How many degrees do I want, Apulo? Which one do I need? Orca Slice is good so far. The Call It version. Okay, so I need this one. Call It Nut. And download. Don't forget the nut. That is a lot of nuts. Okay. So we're going to go here. What I am going to do is I'm going to change my machine G code to the most complicated starting G code of a machine you'll ever see, because I use the same for all my machines. Look at that. There we go. So complicated, eh? Okay. We're gonna need some brims. Support, others, brim type, outer and inner brim. Okay, quality. Strength, 3 walls, do 4 walls, 4 top, 4 bottom, 25% grid fill slice plate. And it's a generic ASA, you know, this is ABS, close enough. There we go. See, why, oh my God, I hate that stupid thing. Why do you do this? 0. The brim is so you stick to it. If you have a gap and the brim doesn't touch the part, there's no point to having the brim. Okay. Call it nut. Go ahead and print. Call it nut. There we go. So what do you need? F623? Well, good thing I built V0s over the years, and I have a whole bunch of them. Although, what do you need hardware-wise? 3 14mm dowel pins. Can I just use an M3 screw and just have the head sticking out? I'm just going to use M3 screws. Yeah, I'm just going to use M3 screws. We're just going to go with some M3 screws, I think. Yeah. Yeah, we're just going to go with M3 screws. Yeah. Print all. I'll just print the things. There we go. So this will allow it to spin the dart and stabilize it. That's pretty cool, I will say. Stealth printer tool, it looks like in solitary confinement. Let me out. I've been a good boy. Hey, and look, the camera's working now. Hey, why is the tool head moving? Foam lasers with that. Well, I've got the TRS is pretty lined up when I'm in, like, the thing is I do have to adjust its zero. But that's not too hard, it's just some screws. Don't drop the cap. You can adjust it up and down for windage and elevation. So that's not too bad. Because I know this very cheaply printed riser is totally repeatable zero. Thumbtacks to the tip of the darts. Like, if you're curious. Oh, that one didn't go through. And that was loud. I probably shouldn't do that while the little guy's asleep. Link for this? Go watch yesterday's live stream. There's links in it. It looks cool. I need to get more magazines. I've got darts. I'm just going to cut down regular darts because I've got a ton of regular darts. I like the vertical. I like the vertical load. I don't like the angled. Thing is I don't like is it very rattly. Modified darts because of the thumbtack dart. You get those same darts at Walmart, 200 for like 15 bucks. I live in Canada, so it's probably like 50 bucks. Fucking muscle memory. I have to go check it, rack. I should put my my 1 to 4 on it. No, that thing, I can't put my 1 to 4 on it because that thing's, you know, it's ballistically zeroed for 5.56, so won't be as the drop table won't be as accurate. Is anything cheaper in Canada? Health insurance. That's not my, I haven't shot myself yet. Why would I shoot myself without a donation goal first? Come on, I'm a streamer. I'm not dumb. So the question is, do you take the blaster or do you take the blaster? That's the question. Oh, there's where my vise went. Is there a linear? Oh, if that pump was on a dual linear rails, it'd be so smooth. So is it the better the SSR? We re-PID tuned it. We re-put together the not Wago, and then I did change it from one heater output on the bed to a different one, or on the controller, and then we upped it from 0.8 PWM to full power, and it's working now. So we're just gonna roll with it until it's not working. Bring the dart through. Does Murph allow that? I'll bring it to Murph, no problem. I just don't know if Murph has rules with that. Send me another link in Discord. Target. Apulo. In the great country, Canada, we do not have Targets. They do not exist up here. I cannot go to the Target and purchase some darts. There's a Target. Is the Target Canada site still up? There is no Target in Canada. So years ago, we had a chain of stores in Canada called Zellers. They were on the out and about for years. They were dying, and Target decided, hey, we're going to expand into Canada, and they bought up a bunch of the old Targets that were like attached to malls and whatnot. The problem is they did it really shittily. So the thing is, the prices they had were never so. Canadians would go to Target and say, remember, majority of Canadians live within 300 kilometers of the US border. So it's a thing for a lot of Canadians to go hop across the border, go shopping every now and then. And you would get stuff at Target and like American stores that you can't get in Canada. Well, guess what? When Target came to Canada, pretty much all they were was just Walmart, but more expensive. And they had the same things that you could get at Walmart. It would just be more expensive. So there was no reason to shop at Target. And they also had supply chain issues where they were out of stuff constantly. Like they were low on inventory a lot. So basically you went to Walmart that was more expensive for less stuff that they had at Walmart, but what they did have was the same as Walmart. So, hey Tim. Option 350Z at $10. Do it for the views. Okay. You know what? We'll start little. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I gotta find how many. I got so many darts in this closet, and the problem is this closet is a mess. So it's not like, you know, oh, they're all right here. It's like, no, they're all over here. Yeah. Yeah. Have it shipped to Detroit and pick up. The thing is, I don't ever go into Detroit just to go into Detroit. So it's like, okay, are we loaded? We're loaded. The problem is it's too big to like, and the thing, you know what? YouTube would probably ban me if I aimed it at my like torso region. So, no, not the Wubby Ducky. How do I shoot myself without shooting myself? Here, well, here, the bamboo will be useful for something. I'll step on it. Okay. So I'm thinking like thigh meat or calf meat? Do you want thigh or calf? Do you want thigh or calf? There, I put a pole up. That stung from 25 feet. Ooh. But well, the problem is, like, I have to be able to. I don't have a sled that I can put this on with some rope to, like, set something up. What's happening here? Hey, Nicholas. Polymaker filament. Okay, thigh. So we'll start with shorts on. I'm not taking my shorts off. So, are we? Yeah, we are loaded. Oh shit! I think I double loaded it. 1 second. No, okay, now we're good. Okay, so thigh it is. So, did that fall out? Okay. Well, it's loaded now. Okay. Hold on. Check the barrel. Well, if one fell out, so we got one in here. This squib, yeah. Okay. Does somebody gift memberships or something, so at least this is financially viable? That wasn't that bad. That wasn't that bad. Also, I think that was a double shot. Let me make sure that wasn't a double shot. It's unloaded. No, I got something in the barrel there. Oh my god, how many do I got in here? Okay, now we're unloaded. Okay, no wonder why that didn't sting. I've had too many rounds in it. I had like 4 loads in it. Troy J gifted 5 community memberships, and ET gifted 1 community membership. Okay, so now we're gonna do this with actual not squibs in it. Are you still there? Where'd Nicholas go? Saw Polymaker in chat. Okay, now let's try it. Okay. So now I got 1 loaded. Okay, now let's do it. Okay, so again, thigh meat with some shorts on. Oh, that stings. Okay, yeah. Yeah, when it's not squib loaded, yeah, it actually hurts. Oh, that stings. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Well, I didn't, at first I'm like, that ain't bad, but it had like 4 rounds in the chamber. Now try shooting the filament box. Remember, you too can win a spool of Polymaker filament. Link in the video description. Hello? Hey, you guys. Where did that go? I don't know where it went. It's gone. Clean through. Well, here, I'm gonna close the box up. Okay, let's go to the other side of the room. Okay, it doesn't go through that far. It doesn't go through it that far. I think angle has a lot to do with it. I probably should stop shooting these all over the basement, considering, you know, my wife and the little guy are both probably trying to sleep right now. Dark 4 Eons gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers. And Star Wars 3, $2. Cheers. Close the lid. It is, the lid is closed. Fill the dots with peanut butter and then the dog will find them. No. Painkiller fun. I laugh. I like Obi-Wan Kenobi. I don't think I could show it on camera, but there is a red mark. There's no welt, but there is a red mark. Remember, I'm wearing cotton, like I'm wearing not coveralls. I'm wearing like cargo shorts. So these are heavy jeans, and that hurt. So, oh, you sent a Discord DM. Let me check here. Hi Nero. Think we do for okay. That works. Yeah, Nicholas, if you want to, you know what? If you want to drop it, and I'll pin it. If you want to do it, if you want to drop it, and then I'll pin it. That way, I can't screw up the details. And if they get screwed up, it's on you. I'll shoot myself in the calf. How's that? Or I can't use the S word. I will pew pew myself in the calf with the thingy of the Nerf is. Okay, real quick. Can I invite Polymaker? I could. I don't have it set up right now for a guest, but I'm prepared. Okay, cool. So we've got, it's 10 o'clock. We've got an hour left in the stream, and Nick from Polymaker might have a little something for you guys. Did I look down the barrel? Yes. When you are checking for a bore obstruction, really the only way to check for a bore obstruction is to unload the firearm, open the action, you know, keep your hand away from the thing, and look down the barrel. And oh, hey, I don't see light. I have a bore obstruction. As somebody who used to do IPSC and USPSA and IDPA and reloaded, nothing is scarier when you've got your pew pew and you go bang, 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 bang. Poof. No, use a rod. You could use a rod, or we could be adults here and it's a Nerf blaster. Now, normally on a real firearm, I would disassemble a firearm personally, but in my case, it's a Nerf blaster. We're gonna roll into the territory of acceptable risk because it's a Nerf blaster. Still stripping. It's also fun when you get a core sample. That's always fun. Knock on wood, never had a squib in my ears. I've been lucky. I've had no squibs. I've seen people have squibs, but do you know what's scarier? And I have had one happen. A case head separation from a double shot, or correction, a double load. Yeah, that was fun. It's when your slide does this and your magazine goes this way and there's lots of smoke and fire. What's a squib? So Pantone in I can't use a lot of the pew pew words because YouTube and who knows when the censorship kicks in. But basically, you know, you got your Nerf blaster and you're blasting away, and you pull the trigger, and what happens is instead of the Nerf dart leaving the barrel and traveling into the paper and then the berm, maybe it was a manufacturer defect in the case, or the round only had a little bit of powder or no powder, maybe it was just a primer, and it's just enough to get the projectile into the barrel but not enough to leave the barrel. So what can happen is if you are, you know, you're in the zone and you're blasting, if you follow up that shot, you now fired a round into a round in a confined space. Best case scenario, they both briskly leave the barrel. Worst case scenario, your barrel's now a pipe bomb. And this is something you're holding. So squibs are no bueno. Did Nick say something? Did I miss it? Pin Polymaker. Oh, for some reason it didn't. Okay, one second here. Where's Polymaker's message? There we go. Okay, cool. Pin message. Pin. Place pin message. There you go. Okay, here you go for everyone. A little gift from everyone to build their Nerf blaster. So this right here, go watch yesterday's live stream. The links are in there. This is a Talon T4. This is all printed except for a few parts in PLA out of Polymaker, ASA, and ABS. It prints really good. You can print it in PLA. You don't need to do ABS. But if you want to print one of these, you need some filament. One, you could win some. We give away a spool at the end of every live stream. But also, use Nero49 now. It's pinned in chat. Let me copy all this. Okay. Boom! Boom! Wow, that's a horrible font. That is a horrible font. There we go. So anyways, use code Nero49 now on Polymaker. I'm assuming Polymaker.com. Oh yeah, Canada and US website expires in 30 minutes. So you got 30 minutes from now. So I'm assuming Polymaker.com, Canada or US. I'm gonna annoy a lot of people on Discord right now. My Discord, don't worry. This is why you join the chat. So everyone, say thank you, Polymaker. No EU, I know. It is what it is. How do you safely handle something like that? If you have a squib, what you would do to do it safely, you would take the offending device, usually to a safe area. You would unload it, show clear, whatever, unload it as safely as you can, depending on the state of the malfunction. Then you would disassemble the firearm and use like a ramrod or something to pop it out. So. Actually, I'm assuming, Nick, you don't have a problem if I ping the Discord with that, do you? Because here's the thing, somebody's going to share it in the Discord anyway. So somebody probably already shared it in the Discord. See, I wish I could. See, I wish I could highlight users. Because like my only option is to make like Polymaker a mod. Which, nothing against Nicholas, it's just I wish I could highlight users so I know when they show up. Like Twitch has VIPs. I wish I could VIP people on YouTube. So. So I just want Nick to give me the thumbs up that's okay to spam my Discord with that. No problem, that's why I put there. Okay, cool. Where's the love for Europe? I don't know. So I think I owe you guys a calf shot. Wait, oh shoot, did I double charge this? No, this has got a single charge in it. Yep, okay. So single charge, calf shot. How am I gonna get this in view? Yeah. Okay. No, not right against it. Content. I missed. Yeah, no squib in that one. Pain level, actually not that bad. Okay, that one was bad. That one hit directly. That one hit directly. The first one was for show. That one was actually a direct hit. That one hit directly. Because the thing is, there's no point in doing it unless there's a welt. Oh yeah, that's gonna leave a mark. Again, Nerf, foam, Nerf, printed. There you go. How's that printing? That's good. That's actually not too bad. Wait till Kevin starts asking about the leg. Narrow into it. Well, I've had a little bit of liquid courage tonight, so. I will say though, I don't know about you. Oh, okay, that does hurt. As I stood straight and I stretched the skin. This does look like there's a certain aesthetic to this. This is very cyberpunky. Like I love the colors too. Like I went with the red, white, is blue as a joke because you know America, pew pew. But like, no joke, this thing looks ballin'. So, can you print the shells in TPU? Probably. Where's my webcam? Oh, it's over here. Don't drop anything. Don't drop the V0 again. Hey, Nicholas, if you're still here, are you going to Murph? Are you going to Murph? If you're going to Murph, hopefully you're not booked at the Quality Inn. Shame you can't print it in black. I mean, technically you could. I think as long as you put like an orange tip on it, you should be okay. Why you do this? Why not? What time does the deal end? It's 30 minutes from that popped up. So whenever the message in chat was pinned, it's 30 minutes from there. So I probably should have seen that. When was that message pinned? Can somebody give me a time? Can somebody scroll back and let me know when I pinned that message in chat? So I can actually put a bookmark in it. What's wrong with Quality Inn? Oh, the hotel is closed due to the fire code and building code or something, and it's not listed anywhere. So if you have a Unfortunately, it will be in the middle of my move. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. We were talking about that. Speaking of, we got to talk about the form next. I might need some help with form next. We'll talk about that later. 10:14. So we're good till. So was that 10:14 p.m.? No, it wasn't 10:14 p.m. 10:08. Okay, so we're good till. It's been up for 7 minutes ish. What do you mean 10:14 p.m.? It's 10:17 p.m. right now. Oh no, I found another place to stay. 10:08. Okay. It's just I booked a hotel there, so I got to cancel it, and it's been a nightmare. It's 4:17. I don't know. It'll stop working when it stops working. Put it that way. No, well, the Discord, I posted it later. It's when I posted it in chat. And unfortunately, I don't get timestamps. Yeah, stock up. Remember, kiddies, for all those who are on the fence if they should spend several $100s on plastic, let me put it this way. Captain Planet hates plastic because it doesn't decompose. It ain't gonna go bad on you. And the price is not gonna go down anytime soon, let's be honest, in today's economy. So just buy it, throw it in a corner. You'll use it at some point. It's not like it's gonna go bad, and it's not like you're gonna get it cheaper. Let's be honest. So hoard that shit. You know, when everything collapses and we're all running around the wasteland in our Mad Max leathers, it might be worth something. Who knows? So, can I toggle timestamps? Oh, I can toggle timestamps. Oh shit. Okay. So 10:07. So you have until 10:37. Okay. 10:37 Eastern. There we go. There we go. There we go. Look at me, I'm artistic. There we go. Seven rolls of Copa. I gotta try that Copa stuff. How is it with temperature? That's the only thing that I'm kind of worried about the Copa is the temperature resistance. Like, how is it with like I like the fact I can leave my Mando armor in the car on a hot day and it ain't gonna melt on me. So needs more Comic Sans. What font is it right now? That is Comic Sans. Where's your Creator Special Edition spool? I don't know. Nicholas. Although mine would be, you know, an ABS. So. PC ABS sounds good. Guy uses Copa as aircraft cowling. I'm assuming not real aircraft. Well, cheers, Terrence. Toggle timestamps. Timestamps take up too much. Call it only Benchy's ABS. The thing is, I don't know. Okay, here's the thing with Benchy's. There's actually licensing with Benchy's, and I'm waiting on the day I'm contacted. So you know how I always say don't draw attention to things that shouldn't be drawn attention. I'm drawing attention to it. The Benchy has a bunch of licenses. I'm assuming one of them is like non-commercial. So, but it's not Benchy. It's Benchies. So I don't know. How to start working on Neural Creator Spool? What would be the customer? ABS, something. I would love like a black with like blue stripes, but I don't think you can do that. Like I would love a black with like a blue striping to it, but I don't know if you can do that. Black ABS. No, I've already talked to another filament manufacturer. I know, I talk to people. Blue sparkle and black ABS isn't really viable. So. Black and blue sparkle. I know, apparently it's not viable. So this was full at the start of the stream. All these darts are lost in this room somewhere. Blue metal flake. You can't do metal flake. It's got to fit through a 0.4 nozzle. Shipping only to US. Yeah, it says it right there. USA and Canada website. How's the... that ain't too bad. Where is this? Let's plug this in. Do I have a camera? I need more USB ports in this computer. USB port, you're a USB port. Cool. So, oh, that ain't good. Okay. So you are, no, that's me. Main overlay, what is this guy? Mobile cam, there we go. HD 920, there we go, cool. Hey. Hello? Hello? Okay, going down. It's a bit of a welt. It's more of a red mark. It's not that bad. Look how dirty the floor is. I'm just gonna put that there. So now from now on, because I don't have the normal mobile cam is in the garage because I'm using it to film for the garage reno because I don't want to use the A6400 because it's a mess out there. So I'm using the old camcorder for the garage reno vlog. So now if I hit this, at least I have something and I go, oh shoot, wrong camera, instead of a black screen. Gradient ABS, mainly black and blue. When you print it, it will be blue with black with blue stripes. That would be cool. That would be cool. That would be cool. Can we get an update on how many spools they sell? I don't know. I don't know. Do I still print with PLA? Yeah. There is some PLA in here. I don't know. I still print with PLA. It's just anything structural, I use ABS. The thing is, once you have machines that can print ABS beautifully, a lot of the reason to print some other materials kind of goes out the window. As long as you can deal with the smell, which in this room I'm fine. I'm completely desensitized to smells pretty much at this point. So is that off? That's off. Good. Thermochromatic black that goes to blue when heated up. That would probably be pricey though, and personally I wouldn't want my filament to be expensive. I don't smell ABS, neither do I. The key is buy good ABS. Good ABS don't stink that bad. Like from Polymaker. This is Polymaker, I can't smell it. I'm a bit worried about it. It could be unhealthy. Everything's unhealthy. I cook bacon in the morning sometimes. When you burn bacon, or when you cook bacon, anytime you cook anything and smoke's coming off, that's bad for you. I thought ASA is superior. No, with an asterisk. Good ABS filament, I will argue to the end of time, is pretty much as good ASA filament. for the vast majority of use cases, you'll never know the difference, and at most it's a percentage of difference, and you'll probably never notice the difference. The difference is there's a lot of shitty ABS out there. So ABS filament has different resins. Most filament manufacturers, in fact pretty much all of them, Nicholas, if you can confirm, don't actually manufacture their own plastic. They buy resin, and it comes in pellets in a Gaylord. Yes, that's a real thing. It's a bin. It's a cardboard bin. So when you are buying filament from a manufacturer, they are not actually making the plastic. They are taking the resin and turning it into filament. Okay, so there are different types of filament. There's different types of, here we go. There's different types of resin. So for example, one of the Gucciest resins that you can make filament out of is MG94 ABS. This is from a local manufacturer here in Canada. MG94, that's what the speed benchy folks like. It flows really flat. It flows really fast. But it's a little pricey. So the thing is though, ABS, it's one of the most common, if not the most common plastics in use. There's a ton of different resins. The problem is there's a lot of cheap filament that's made out of the same shit Barbie dolls are made out of. And injection mold resin is really cheap. 50 cents to $2 a kilo, depending on where you're getting it from and where you are in the world. So what happens is a lot of the less reputable and quality filament manufacturers, they buy that really cheap, dirty resin that's meant for like cheap injection molded parts. They turn it into filament. It stinks. You don't get great properties out of it. So ABS isn't just like, this is ABS, like this is water. No, it's not like that. There's all kinds of different formulas for ABS, for ASA, for PLA. And depending on what bulk resin you use to make your filament, you'll have different quality filament. So the thing is with ASA is kind of the Gucci stuff in terms of that kind of filament. You're not as likely to see cheap ASA filament as you are ABS, because there's a ton of ABS out there. So not all ABS is good, but there is good ABS, whereas most ASA is good. So correct, most filament are extruders. Yeah, kind of really like Polymaker, for example. Oh, so Polymaker actually does. Okay, if Polymaker's actually making their own resin, that's cool. I would love to see that setup, by the way, one day. Because I've been to Printed Solid. I've been to the local manufacturer here, Replitech, and I've seen how they take resin and turn it into filament. So it would be cool to actually see, like, you know, how they actually make the raw resin. So get your, yeah, injection molding is all pellet. It's all pellet. The resin comes in a Gaylord, which there are always people that go, what the Gaylord? It's a thing. It's a box. It's a heavy duty cardboard box. Usually we see this. Usually it's like 3 walled because it's super heavy duty. So like it's 3 walls of cardboard and it's filled with resin. There's a bag in it. It's filled with resin. It weighs like a ton and a half. So usually that's what, like when I worked in a mold shop, that's what we got the raw material in. So yeah. So yeah, there you go. So again, not all, I don't even think Prusament makes their own resin. Like it's just, you need to have enough of a demand that you can justify the increased cost instead of hitting up like NGO or one of the other resin manufacturers, be like, hey, I need like 5 Gaylords of this type of resin. So you need to be making enough material to justify the cost of like actually manufacturing the raw resin before extruding it. So most ASA, but not all. ID Max, ASA I bought is flipping garbage. I've never even heard of them. Good point. The vast majority of ASA out there is, in my opinion, pretty good. It's just there's a lot of cheap dog shit ABS out there that kind of like brings the average down. So the manufacturer actually polymerized the plastic only 3 and 4. Then you have the compounders formulate the compound. Then you need to extrude. Yeah, it's a whole process. It's especially for smaller manufacturers. Like in my town here, we have Replitech. They just buy it from, they hit up NGO or any of the other companies, Sabic, I think it is, and they just buy like a Gaylord or two, and then they'll make filament for a while, and then that's it. So, eSun ABS good. eSun ABS Plus used to be pretty good. It used to be like my go-to recommendation for just a cheap budget ABS that worked. They changed the formula; it's not as good. So their normal stuff, I'm not 100%. It's been so long since I bothered trying it. So. What were the final thoughts? We tried a few things. We changed different heater port. We reseated some connections, and we re-PID tuned it, and it's working now. So it's trash now. Yeah, eSun ABS Plus is trash now, according to a person. So here's the thing. The thing with filament, like, it depends a lot on where you are too. Like, some places you might have a local manufacturer that just makes good stuff, and because, you know, filament's heavy, it's a kilogram a spool, shipping might just make it worth it. My opinion has always been with filament, you know, find what works for you, and as long as it keeps working, stick with it. Like right now, Polymaker stuff works damn good, so I'm using a bunch of it. But, you know, full disclosure, I also use, you know, I've got Sparta 3D a couple hours north. They make a ton of good sparkle stuff, and they've been doing it for a while, so I've been using their stuff. I have the local manufacturer Replitech. They don't do a ton of colors though. So yes, they sell I like their 600 meter spools that work up to like 1.6 kilograms, but they only make a few colors, and they're out of stock a lot of the time. So don't be afraid to shop around. You know, there's a sale right now. If you haven't tried Polymaker, shop around right now. Although I think the sale might be over in a minute, so hurry up. You got a couple minutes left. So yeah, shop around, find what works for you, and if it works and it's good, just, you know, stick with it. You think ABS is a smell? You should be around when they compound nylon. We would do prints. We would do trial runs of injection molds running glass-filled polypro. That stuff stunk. GFPP stunk. Why 600 meters? It's such a... it has to do because if you think about it, different filaments weigh different amounts. But the actual length of filament is different, or correction, filaments have different densities. So the reason they went with 600 meters, here's one of their spools, and here's a Prusament spool. So basically, they went with a spool that was pretty much as big as possible that would fit the majority of existing setups. So it's only a little bit bigger than a standard spool, and it's only a little bit wider. But whereas this holds 1 kilogram, this holds 1.6 kilograms of ABS. With PLA, it's a little bit different because different filaments have different densities. So if you think about it, if you buy 1 kilogram of ABS and 1 kilogram of PLA, you're not going to be able to print the same amount of things. They have different densities. If you buy HIPS, HIPS is not dense, but you still get a kilogram. So you can print a ton of stuff with HIPS. So by selling filament by the length, it's just a different way of doing it. And that way you're always getting 600 meters of filament versus, you know, oh, this I'm getting X amount here, but X amount here because it's density, right? Filament is different filaments, different density, or different resins, different densities. Also, I don't know about you, but every now and then I try to spool up something on one of these bigger printers and it's like just over a kilogram and it's super annoying. So having like a little bit of a buffer where it's like 1.2 kilograms on one spool is actually kind of nice. So. Does it fit in the AMS? No! The AMS is picky AF. HIPS, high impact polystyrene, yes. That's why Stratus says sell by the volume, same with lengths. Yep. Yeah, different filaments have different densities. So if you buy a kilogram of ABS for 20 bucks and a kilogram of HIPS for 20 bucks, you can print more with the HIPS with the same amount of money. HIPS, yeah, high impact polystyrene. splicer mask is, this is HIPS. So it's actually, it's like a really stiff plastic, very light, and it sands really good. So it's actually kind of good for prop making. The thing is, you got to be careful with it. It prints, you have to print it like ABS, so in like an enclosed environment, like no fan, and it's very prone to cracking when you're printing like thin stuff like this. It's very prone to cracking. I think this took like 3 tries to actually get it, and there's still cracks in it. But it's very nice for like prop stuff because it's very lightweight, it's very dense, and you can, or very stiff, and you can sand it easily. I don't know if you can acetone weld it. I can't remember. It's also used as support. If dual head set up with ABS, you can use it as support because it dissolves in lemonade or something like that. Time to remove the pin message. Oh no! Boop. And I'm going to delete it in Discord. And deleted. Deleted. HIPS is alcohol dissolvable. It's not alcohol. It dissolves in lemonade, actually. Lemonine. How do you, lemonine? Is that how you pronounce it? Lemonine? Lemonine. Which is actually not cheap. Lemonine is not cheap. I've looked it up. Replace pin message. There we go. There we go. There we go, Nicholas. Yeah, just give me a heads up. That's all I ask. Just a heads up, just so it's not like I'm in the middle of something. Other than that, awesome sauce. That was fun. It's the active ingredient in Goo Gone, but I don't think you can just use Goo Gone. I think you have to like. It is the active ingredient in Goo Gone, but I don't know if you could just like dunk the print in Goo Gone. Also, Goo Gone's not that cheap. You need a lot of Goo Gone to dissolve something. So hope you all stocked up. Remember, any chance you get, it's like Costco, okay? It's you know, it's not gonna go bad. Filament don't go bad. It's plastic, right? You know, Greta Thunberg hates us because, you know, plastic, right? Greenpeace is protesting because plastic. It doesn't go bad, but that's good. It doesn't go bad. So when you buy it, you can use it forever. Just don't like leave it in a swamp. Shrek will eat it or something. So anytime you get a chance to stock up on filament, just buy, like, even if you don't know what to buy 10 spools of black ABS. You're gonna use it at some point. Which I need to do that, actually. I got no black ABS. And especially on a half off sale, it's, you know, the price ain't going down anytime soon, you know, in today's economy. So yeah, stock up. It's like when I used to do USPSA and IPSC, I reloaded. So every now and then there'd be like, some random company would go out of business and they'd be selling like primers or even projectiles for like dirt cheap, and like all of us would load in a car and drive like 4 hours to go load up, because it's like this shit is it never goes on sale and the price always goes up, and it's not like it's gonna go bad. So always stock up on stuff like that. Unless it's like 2.85 filament, don't bother with that. Can you recycle PLA with residential recycling program? So here's the thing, Star Rose. I don't believe so, and this is gonna sound horrible. I don't recycle any of my prints. Any of my failed prints, it goes right in the garbage. I don't bother recycling any of it. There's a reason. It is reduce, reuse, and then recycle. Recycle's at the bottom. Okay. The problem with recycling plastic is you need to sort it. It's not like some mystical machine where you take all your plastics and you just throw it in a machine, it grinds it up and spits out pellets. The problem is you can't take PLA and you can't take ABS and you can't make a usable material out of that, at least bulk level, for everyday use. So you have to be able to disassociate the plastic. So that's why most of the plastics that you recycle are like PET, water bottles. So you would need like PLA and water bottles. You can't take PET and PLA and grind it up and make a usable plastic out of it for mass market consumption. There might be niche cases, but it's like you're not turning into like an actual thing. So another way of putting this, when you return a can, a pop can, a soda can, a wobbly pop can, whatever you call it, you get money for it. Nobody pays you to take plastic. So yes, you're removing some bad stuff out of the environment, but you're not really benefiting it. Like aluminum is great to recycle. Aluminum, it makes a ton of sense to recycle aluminum because it takes a lot less energy to recycle aluminum into another use case, okay? But plastic, on the other hand, and like paper too, it's not really worth it to recycle because you don't get as good of a product. A lot of stuff that uses recycled plastic, you still need a certain percentage of virgin material, and it's kind of like, and also most places don't even accept it. I don't even know if my local place has a thing. Recycling glass is not cheap either. Yeah, there's a jig to cut down mega darks. Okay. Can PETG, I don't know for sure, don't quote me on it, but PETG is PET with glycol. They add glycol to PET to make it more easily 3D printable. Now the thing is though, how does that affect the process of normal PET plastic extrusion and use? So here in Austin, nobody takes, yeah, because the thing is you don't know the quality too. Like when I worked in plastic injection molding, we didn't recycle anything. We would do, you know, when we were setting up a press and you were short shotting stuff, so sometimes you don't fill the mold out and you get like a 8-pound fascia, but like a little bit of it is short shotted and like they didn't put enough material in it, right? They didn't pack it out. You take that 8-pound fascia, you throw it right in the garbage, right? Because the thing is, we're using dozens of different plastics, ABS, different brands of ABS, different formulas of ABS, ABS PC, PC ABS, ASAs, PCs, PC Polypros, flexible vinyl, all kinds of different materials. The tools are covered in grease and oil. That contaminates the process as well. You're not going to go through and sort all these different plastics. You're not going to have, you know, confirm that, you know, this bin is 100% this type of ABS resin. Yes, you can recycle it sometimes, but like, okay, this bin is filled with ABS, PC, and CF nylon parts, or correction, glass-filled nylon parts. How do you sort that? Nobody's going to spend the time to sort that. And it's all covered in grease and oils. It goes in the garbage. It just goes in the garbage. And hundreds of pounds a day of material every day goes in the garbage. And because of that, I got to use plastic paper straws that melt in my mouth. So, it is what it is. You want to save the world? There's a reason recycling is at the bottom. Reduce and reuse is number one. Reduce your waste as much as possible, and if possible, reuse stuff. So my local recycling center calls PETG contaminants that ruin a batch and they should instead be thrown away. Yep, they add glycol. That affects the molecular structure of the plastic. Also, you have thermoset plastic and thermoform plastic. Certain plastics you can't even recycle. You can't even melt them down again. So the only time recycling, the majority of filament that, if you buy filament that's recycled, the vast majority of the time that filament is recycled, it is because it's a constrained process. So what can happen is, if, you know, when they start up their press or their filament extruder at the start of the day, the first few rolls of filament that they get off that machine, they might be under extruded, over extruded, they might be inconsistent, they're just not good enough to sell. They'll grind that up and send it back in because they know that material is 100% good. Okay, or if it's like some places they'll sell the mix, but some places don't. When you're switching from one color to another, you don't stop the machine, you just start adding the new color. And so for a while you have like a mix in between where it's not quite the old color and it's not quite the new color yet. So some places will sell that, but other places they just grind it up and just reform it into recycling. But in that case, it makes sense because you know 100% what you're putting back in is good material. When you have a bin that's like an 8 foot by 8 foot by however long, you know, bin of plastic, and it's just all kinds of plastic that has been, you know, off of trial runs for the past week, you don't know what's in that. So transition rolls for 25% off. Yeah, some manufacturers do it, some don't bother with it. It depends on the manufacturer. And then at-home filament extrusion too is another thing. People are like, oh, yeah. Put it this way, how many times have you seen a content creator done a video where they showed off a filament extruder that manufactures filament? Like, oh, you could take your old benchies, grind them up, and you can make filament out of it. I haven't talked to any of them that actually use them, like in regular usage, because it's the amount of time that it takes to make your own filament and the consistency. It's like, yeah, you can, or you could just, you know, pay $20 and just get a good quality spool. You'll know it'll work and won't have issues and won't have contaminants in it and whatnot. So, oh, take care, Nicholas. Happy movings. He's moving to Texas, so he gets to play with the real ones of these. Is it Texas? I think it's Texas. What's the promo code? It's over. If you scroll back in the stream, it was on screen, but I don't think it'll work anymore. Also, if they do the filament manufacturing in an North American facility and they actually are making the plastic from scratch, I may be interested in taking a look at that if you're around. It's moving to Austin. Everyone's going to Austin. I'm kind of hoping. I don't think this print will finish in time. It's at 71%. So we're at, what are we at? We're at 10:49. It's going to finish at 23:13. So we'll have this on Tuesday. We'll have that done. I know he's in Asia time zone right now. So he's moving to Texas. Pizza? I had pizza for lunch today. I ate horrible today. But I went to Art in the Park, which is always nice, but tomorrow's gonna be fun. I gotta get up early. I gotta finish insulating the garage. I gotta finish vapor barriering the garage. Then I gotta bring the little guy to swim lessons. And then I gotta buy acoustic sealant so I can finish vapor barriering. I got the plastic up. I gotta put acoustic sealant around the bottom and whatnot, around the door. Gotta get some more spray foam. I gotta order drywall. I gotta get the drywall in. I gotta put the drywall up. I gotta finish wiring all the outlets. Then I gotta get my neighbor, who's an electrician, or who was a contractor for years, who knows electrical stuff, come over and hook it up in the box. Because while I have no problem running electrical, I've done it before. I know building code from 10 years ago. When it comes to actually putting the power into the box where the very angry Sparky Sparks live, I get people who know what they're doing to do that. And then what else? I gotta do that. I gotta figure out flooring. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna insulate the attic, because I'm not dropping the ceiling. I looked into it today. If I wanted to drop the ceiling in the garage, no, I'm not dropping the ceiling in the garage. F that. I am not dropping the ceiling in the garage. So what that means is I have to go up there and basically lay down plastic sheet vapor barrier and then insulate the everything. So basically go up there with bad insulation and like, it's gonna be a nightmare. Do I use Wegos? Nope, I use the little twisty things. Actually, I don't have to use any of them because I just ran outlets. Did anyone's order? Pantone, you might have been too late. Electricity is very blown in. The thing is, I don't have a vapor barrier up there. So I may have to go up there and stick insulation down, or correction, stick a vapor barrier down, and basically instead of laying one nice flat easy sheet, basically go around all the studs for the rafters and whatever up there, and then blowing in. I'll probably do blow in. Oh, I poked my head up in the attic up there because I had to make sure some electrical lines were running in the right spots before I started sealing up the walls. I poked my head in the attic. Yeah, it's like 50C. And I got to work up there for a couple hours in the future. So, yeah. The lives will be there. Okay, so the plan with the garage is, let me pull up pictures so we can reference this. I know I have one big shot that shows it. Okay, so here is the before I started working on everything. So this is before I started working on everything. Right now this whole wall is insulated and vapor barriered. It's all insulated up to the electrical box. I got to put the vapor barrier up, and I got to finish up to here. The garage door is roughly about here. So this is my garage. The door to the house is here. You can see a little bit of this wall, probably another 3 feet, and then there's the house. Okay, so my garage is attached to the house. There will be shelving against this wall, like a workbench. There'll be CNC stuff here. There will be a wall that comes out from here. It's going to be a shelving unit that acts as a wall filled with printers. And then there'll be a like workbench in here. So you'll be looking at it from like this angle, but like standing roughly here is where I'm going to have the main camera. So it'll be kind of like this kind of a camera angle almost. But the plan is the garage is going to be the shop. So what that means is if we're doing streams where we're building printers, doing soldering work, you know, like something like this Nerf blaster, basically anything involving building will be in the garage. Okay, I'll have more room. I'll have everything set up for it specifically. I'll have like the layout, or the layout table, the granite slab out. Basically, it'll be like anytime the shop will be the shop. So right now the problem with this room is the studio and the shop, and it's tiny and it's a complete disaster of a mess. So I'll be able to split it up. So when we do unboxings, print and chills, live streams with guests, it will be down here. So I'm going to reorientate this room around to make it more of a studio, because right now the layout is more for a shop. That's why you're looking at me from an angle, right, instead of like looking straight on with the desk. So I'll switch it all around. This will be a studio, that'll be a shop. I'll also have more room to work, so I'll have more printers out and whatnot, obviously. So yeah, so that's kind of the plan essentially. Seems big. It's actually not. From this wall to where the shelving will start, which is roughly about where this line, it's 10 feet, and you can count here. These are 16 inches on center, and it's like roughly 11 or 12 feet to here. So that work area is roughly as big as this room. So I double my space, but I go from 100 square feet to 200 square feet, which is still not a lot of square feet. So the room of abandoned printers. I'm going to try and bring some of them to Nerf to take, or for people to take. We'll see. Where's the printers going? The printers will, some printers will stay in here. Okay, other printers will go out there. The problem with out in the garage is I don't have any climate control out there. I live in Southern Ontario. Right now it is 30 degrees plus. It's around 90 for you Americans. It's like 90 degrees Fahrenheit plus outside. It's a little warm. It hasn't rained in like a month. In the winter, it drops down to like below zero for you Americans, and like negative 10, 15, 20 Celsius. So I got to figure that out. So depending on how the temperatures are out there, once everything's insulated, I got to figure out how I'm going to cool it and heat it. I might go with a mini split. I don't know. I got to figure that out. I might try and like play it by ear. Like, hey, maybe I could just get by with like a little cheap setup, you know, a little electric heater in the winter and a fan in the summer. We'll see. So right now the back wall is all vapor barriered up and insulated. Apparently got blue tuck tape now. I'm not too concerned with making the vapor barrier 100% sealed, considering there's a 1.5 car garage door that opens occasionally. That kind of negates a vapor barrier at that point. You can't vapor barrier a garage door. Wrong button. So yeah, so this is what it looked like as of today, the back wall. Electric heaters, printers. They're not that efficient though for throwing out heat. So this stuff sucks to put up. I went with rock wool. It's very itchy. It's not as itchy as fiberglass, but you get like little bits of rock all over you. It's kind of annoying. Will there be room for a car? No. So I've never parked the car in the garage. 1 second here. I don't think I have a picture of the full garage. 1 second. Yeah, I don't have a picture of the full garage. So we've never parked the car in it. So it's a 1.5 car garage, but we have a 2 car driveway. But the problem with our driveway is our side of the street has a sidewalk and there's a berm between the sidewalk and the road. So the sidewalk is inward. So because of that, you basically can't park both cars. Like if one car is in the driveway or in the garage, you have to back out and then like go around the other car in the driveway. But because you can't park that other car in the driveway far enough back, because otherwise you'd be sitting on the sidewalk, which you can't block the sidewalk, it makes it a kind of a really annoying thing to do. So nobody ever bothers parking in the garage. So why is my electrical panel sideways? I don't know. Ask the builder when they built this house 25 years ago. It's sideways because all the wires go up into the attic into the house. That's why. So they put it sideways, so instead of having to come they just go out and up. And then, although that makes it nice because everything in the garage just goes down. So why not make all the garage? Because here's the thing, I am building it out. I'm insulating the garage to actually, if I ever, like basically I would be able to use the whole garage. The thing is, I'm not doing that because I need somewhere to put my lawnmower and like my kid's bike and my bike, and I have a little kid and we have a ton of crap. So I don't have a shed yet either. So it's nice having a place indoors-ish. You know, garage is not insulated. It's nice to have somewhere to put all that stuff. You know, I've got my chest freezer out there, my beer fridge, all that. So I still need the garage for some things. It's just, I can take half of it and turn it into a shop. But down the line, if I get a shed in my backyard and I move that stuff out there, hey, maybe I can, you know, make more room. Anyone know of a seller on Etsy that can? I don't know why Etsy. There are KB3D is one off the top of my head. I'm trying to remember another. Lineo. They sell pre-made wire looms, but it's for Vorons. Depending on what printer you're looking for, certain printer kits or certain printers you can probably find pre-made wire looms. Not all though. Some people just create a nook behind the garage. That's pretty much what let me pull up the super accurate NASA design sketch using the most sophisticated 3D design software you've ever seen in your life. So this is basically the plan. Okay, so totally not the scale. This is where my breaker box is. There's the door. Basically, workbench is all here. There'll be one big rack or 2 small racks, probably one big rack that basically divides it off. And then I'm just gonna put like plywood on the back, because also I can't go too far out because the garage door's got to open. So I can't put a wall up into the garage door because the garage door's got to open. So the garage door basically dictates where the wall is, because I do want to wall it up to the ceiling. I'm not going to insulate it, and it's basically just going to be plywood strapped to the back of a rack, like what are those heavy duty racks called? Anyways, it's just gonna be plywood strapped to the back of a rack going up to the ceiling, and that's gonna be the wall. And that's just so if the garage door opens, you know, all the wind and cold doesn't like just immediately blast everything. And then from here to here, I'm literally just gonna run a heavy wire and just like curtain, so I can just easily open and close it to like noise it off. What brand CNC? There is one company that might be sending me a CNC type machine. We'll figure it out. It's still a ways off, but we'll see. Is there a generic brand? There's a few. I recommend PTFE wire. I think in the States, Remington is the go-to to be sponsored by Tormach. The problem is I don't do those kind of projects that would Tormach would sponsor. There's a thing called ROI that kind of weighs into if it's worth these companies giving me stuff. And a Tormach requires a certain amount of ROI. LDO Millennium Mill. That's one of them. Rat Rick has some. That might be the other one. We'll see. Voron CNC. Voron does 3D printers. R&D has no budget. Ooh, are we done? Oh no, it's going really slow for the... Why not build? The MPCNC, the problem with the MPCNC, and it's not like a problem with it, it's just, I don't do wood. I've got my little, that Robo CNC that we modify with the 500 watt spindle. The only things I've cut on it are like plexiglass acrylic. What else have I done? I did something a little while ago. What did I just do? Relatively recently, actually. Oh, the back of this. The back plate for this I machined. And I've done a carbon fiber frame for one of my FPV quads. This little Odonata. I machined the frame here. This is carbon fiber. So I don't do wood. So the MP CNC is like really a wood CNC. Yeah, you can do other stuff, but if you're gonna do other stuff other than wood, it's better to get a machine that it punches higher and stepping down than a machine that step down and trying to punch up with, in my opinion. So I got DJI. I mean, this has a DJI, well, Cadex Wasp. Is it Cadex? Runcam Wasp and a Naked Vista. And my goggles are V1 DJI goggles. So, like, they do make good shit. Ivan's stuff just runs out of pure craziness and red PLA and spacers. What was a blaster? This is a Talon Claw T4. I'm tempted to, like, all these rails, everything just rattles. I'm gonna glue it all together. I'm just gonna get some acetone and just put a few drops on everything and just glue it all together, I think. Same spacers and red PLA. Know nothing about drones. They're fun. I haven't flown in a bit. I took them out a little while ago, but it's been a little bit. I've got 5. I got a Mobula 7. I got an Odonata. It's an Odonata HD frame, but it's digital, or correction, it's analog. I've got an Emax. It's a Baby Hawk. I can't remember which model of the Baby Hawk, but it's a Baby Hawk. All my quads are also ELRS 2.5. I've got this guy. It's like, it was a quad that I crashed and then rebuilt, so it's got the original flight stack but a different VTX, original motors, new frame. It's a 3-inch. It's way too heavy, but it still flies okay. And then I got the one that I actually kind of fly the most, is my LR4. This also has a new flight stack in it, and it's I built it with a Naked Vista. So this quad with these GNB 1100 milliamp high volt batteries is DJI Naked Vista 1080p or 720p, sorry. 120 FPS though. Actually, 140, was it 144 or 120? Either way, high frame rate, HD, sub 250. And it's not running on lipos, so you actually can fly with it instead of just bussing around. What do I think of the Avata? I don't have the Avata. My goggles, where are my goggles? I don't have the Avata. I don't have a DJI quad. Those are all my quads. They're all DIY FPV quads. They all run the Beta Flight. These are my goggles. These are DJI V1 goggles with the BDI Digidapter on it for analog. I only have one quad that actually is digital, is the LR4. The rest of my quads are analog. I just use the V1 goggles with the adapter because they're better than my Eachine EV800 goggles. You know, there's like one extra frame of latency. I can live with it. Mitch, what did you miss? We talked about the shit show that is trying to cancel a hotel in Goshen. We fixed the bed on this, although I don't know if we fixed it or if it just stopped being a problem. And then we did a Polymaker big discount drive, and then now we're shooting the shit. Speaking of which, I think I'm at the hotel as you. Same hotel. I think we're both at the same hotel now. Be a good budget to get into FPV. Yes. Because whatever you fly, okay. This is for anyone here who's played EVE Online. This actually correlates a lot to FPV. Don't fly what you can afford, or don't fly what you can't afford to lose. Because an FPV quad, you can push the wrong button, or you could just get a disconnect and it's gone. So spend your money on a good controller and goggles, but whatever you spend on the quad, be prepared to just throw it away, because who knows, you know, this thing, I've flown this guy out 5 kilometers. If it decided to just go 5 kilometers out in the middle of a field in a bush, it's gone. Okay, did you actually book with them, Mitch? Because I did, and I still haven't gotten my money back, and they won't give me my money back because the hotel itself needs to give me my money back. You can't actually get your money back from Quality Inn. Because I made the mistake of trying to save 25 bucks and prepaid. 5K high? 5K out. I don't fly it that high. I can't fly above, I think in Canada it's like 100 or 150 meters. I can't fly higher than that off the ground. Put an air tag on it. I don't have any Apple devices. No, I don't fly RC planes. I try to keep my quads under 250 so I don't have to worry about any of the laws. You can charge back. I can do a chargeback, and that's what I'm going to have to do, but I have to wait till after the event, because I have to wait till after the date I booked the hotel for them to like not render the service I paid for. How fast does it go? Over 100 kilometers. They'll book here. 1 second here. But I have some videos on my channel, but they're all unlisted, and we're totally running late today on the stream, but is what it is. Content, filters, visibility, unlisted. Okay. Okay. So this is the long range quad. So the LR4. So this is real time. Okay, this is sped up. So this was like last fall when the weather was really shitty out. So this is actually, so this was with the old camera, which was like the shittiest DJI camera you could get. It was like the really, the shitty one that was like 720p. And this is actually, this is what I see in the goggles. This is the DVR off the goggles. This quad doesn't carry its own camera. So this is actually what I'm seeing real time. So I'm like over here. Avoid the OnlyFans, yeah. So what I want to do is, I haven't done it yet. I haven't had the balls to do it. This one out here, right there. If I fly to that guy, that's 5 kilometers. or 4 kilometers. I can't remember, 4 or 5 kilometers is that guy. The problem is that's a public road, and like there's a public road like out here. This is all like private property farm field. Now it's farm field. There's nobody out there. I don't think anyone cares that I fly over it. And I obviously stay far enough away from these I can't hit them. But if I were to like go down out here, I like, this isn't open property. I just can't go get it. That's the problem. Very flat land. I live in Southern Ontario. Yes, it is. I have a DJI 03. I don't have a DJI 03. So the problem with DJI 03, I would have to buy new goggles, which I don't want to do because I'm cheap. And I would also need to buy 03 air units, which are not cheap. So I'm okay with this. I fly cheap, budget, under 250 gram quadcopters that I do in a flat open field because there's no bandos near me to go bash. So I really have no problem with this quality. It is good enough for what I'm doing. And then I do have analog stuff. So this is so for those that were complaining about the quality of that one, this is flying analog. So this is all real time. This is my so that 3-inch, the big quad that I had there is an Apex 3 frame. You already have the V2. Yeah, so okay, yeah, you have the V2 goggles, so it makes a bit of sense. I don't have V2 goggles. Mine are V1, so it's 70s TV. Yeah. So the advantage with analog, for those wondering, is there's no delay. If you're flying digital, there is latency. It could be like up to like there could be a latency like 50 milliseconds up to, you know, higher. And when it falls apart, it like you get a black screen. The advantage with digital or analog, yeah, you get fuzzies, but you can see through the fuzzies when it starts to break up, and there is no delay. So, oh, analog is much cheaper, but like this right here, as like you see how bad it, like it's already breaking up. It's got, now granted, it doesn't actually look this bad in the goggles. The DVR always looks worse than the goggles. This is like 300 meters away from where I was sitting compared to 3 kilometers out with the digital. So. Also, I'm not a great pilot. I just kind of cruise around fields. Also, with these quads, you get like 3 to 4 minutes of flight time. Okay, so try to do the bot grinder land at my feet thing, and it didn't go too well. So apparently this screws onto here, and that just kind of okay. So now I got to put a bunch of bearings in here. And that spins it. So let's do that. And it's supposed to stabilize. I'm gonna have to reprint this. This is all warped to shit. Nope, this ain't gonna work. I can't fit my bearings in. Yeah, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. I'm gonna have to print this in like PLA. Yeah, I can't fit my bearings in here. Are these the right bearings? F623, is that Zed? F683. Oh, nope, these aren't the right bearings. These are F693s or F623s. I gotta buy the bearings. Yeah, I don't have the right bearings, that's why. Okay, I gotta buy the right bearings. What's the distance consumer clean? It depends. It depends. Some of the DJI ones go for miles. Like long distance starts at what, 4 kilometers, people say? So yeah, I gotta buy some darts. DJI's brand. DJI is one of the brands. So DJI quads make very good quads that are good for like videos. Like if you see any videos shot on a quadcopter, usually it's DJI. But they don't make like the acrobatic stuff. So these are quads that like you fly around in parks and like through abandoned buildings and like all kinds of cool shit. DJI makes the cool stuff. These ones you fly inside because you can bash them off stuff. Anyways, let's do this giveaway. It's been way too long of a stream and I am exhausted. I did not plan to go this long today at all. It's been a long day. It has been a long day. So let's do this giveaway. If you have not entered, you'll have another chance on Tuesday. We'll figure out what we're doing on Tuesday. If you're lucky, you might have a drywall stream for you guys. I know, talk to anyone who's a member of the channel or Patreon supporter. The last member stream, you guys got to watch me like tear down old benches or an old workbench with a hammer and break stuff. Avada. Avada is one of their quads. Ukraine is the new DJI probably has like one of the highest they probably have the airframe, or at least the brand of airframe with the most KIAs out there. Okay, I don't know, somebody just put a number out. I'm just gonna pick one that's not super high. Whatever first number that I see on screen that isn't super high, we're gonna go with. So everyone spam a number in chat. 8 is good. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. I also see a 5. 1 2 3 4 5, and somebody put 2. 1 2. Round around she goes. Where she stops, the computer already knows. The winner of this will get an email from me after the stream ends with information on how to collect your filament from Polymaker. Fox 509. Let me make sure you know how to answer a math question. You do. Congratulations. By the way, there are 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people couldn't answer that question, by the way. 4 people. Okay. Sleepy time. Good night. Okay, we're gonna end it there. So again, shout out to Polymaker for being awesome tonight on the stream with the promotion there, the flash sale, and then also the spool of filament that we give away every stream. So check them out, link in the description. Also other links in the description. Affiliate links don't cost you anything extra, go a long way to supporting the channel. Shout out to those that donate to the channel, gifted memberships to others, or became members of the channel yourself. Would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without your continued support. You make it all possible. Do they do that somewhat often? Somewhat. I think that's the second time they've done it. You can't do it too often because then people just show up for the giveaways, and we don't want that kind of atmosphere. We want to have a fun time and not people just showing up because, you know, free stuff. So yeah, so we're gonna call it there. I guess we got this working again. Yay. I'll put it back in its spot. So back to the garage with me. Unfortunately, no video tomorrow. Today was kind of a complete write-off. If you watch the beginning of the stream, you know why. So hopefully a new video next week. So we're gonna call it there. I will see you on Tuesday for something we'll figure out. We're still waiting on kits to show up. And yeah, Saturday night, be safe out there, wash your hands, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Cheers. Bye. Now it's still on. Ah, goodbye. No, dang it, hit the wrong button. Purple monkey dishwasher.